Hey, quality over quantity.
Quality over quantity. I've read a lot of great books. I've also read Christy Miller this year and Redeeming Love. That probably ruined me. Honestly, those probably single-handedly sent me into
the crazy thing about that is like we chose that. We were just like, I'm gonna make myself do
Nobody's forcing us to do this.
No one forced me to do that. Welcome to the Redirect Podcast. I'm Abigail Freshley.
And I'm Emily Rojas. The Redirect Podcast is the show where we shift the conversation back to books. We discuss themes for some of our favorite books and how those themes show up in our real lived experiences.
On this week's episode, we are going to be checking in on our reading goals, our recent reads, just generally mid-year check-in to see how we're doing.
But before we get to that fun stuff, if you are a fan of the show, we would love for you to support us in a few super simple ways. First, you can go on Apple Podcasts and or Spotify and leave us a 5-star review and let us know that you love the show.
You can also follow us on Instagram and TikTok at Redirect Podcast. You can follow Emily on all platforms at Emily Rojas Reads, me at Abigail Insta on Instagram and at Abigail11 on TikTok. And you can visit us at redirectpodcast.com, where you can search our media library, shop for merch, and send us a message, probably.
Yeah, totally. No, and after our last episode where we were discussing whether someone can search keywords that we discussed in the episode, obviously assuming I included it in the notes, which I try to do, it is searchable because I went and searched for Futbolista. I think that's what we were talking about. And it came up the previous time.
So that is a great feature. So that's a good feature.
If you're looking for a specific, even if it's not in the episode title, if you're looking for a time we talked about a certain book or author or whatever, you should be able to search it and find it in our website library. So yeah,
cool.
There you go. There's your pro tip. Go visit us.
Yeah. Oh, and if you really, really love the show, you can share our show with a friend. Yeah. Oh my God, I almost forgot.
Duh.
Because sharing our show with a friend is by far the best way to help us grow our community of book loving nerds.
Totally. So we're here.
Wow.
It's the middle of the year.
Today,
amazingly.
The date of this recording is June 12th. So we really are just basically in the middle of the year.
Right. Smack dab. It's getting hot.
How are you feeling?
Finally. Like in life?
Just about the passage of time.
It's crazy. I feel like June, obviously I work in the education world, so this time of year was recently very crazy, and now it's like finally starting to slow down. But I feel like that means June always comes so fast because May is always like crazy. Yeah, so like slammed. So now I'm like, oh, June's already halfway over, and I feel like I'm just now relaxing. So I've been trying to touch grass a lot this week. I've been outside. I've been doing things. We went to watch Mexico's first World Cup game yesterday.
I saw that.
I took off work to do that. Persuasion.
This is my first World Cup in LA, I think. Maybe not, but I think it is. When was the last World Cup? 4 years ago?
4 years ago.
Okay, yeah. Well, I've been living here for 4 years, so I guess it was just
you probably had just arrived. But, yeah.
Anyways, there's all of these watch parties.
But it's in LA too. It's happening there.
Is it?
Kind of. Yeah. Partially. A couple games.
Partially. I mean, it's like also in Mexico and Canada and like whatever. Yeah. Anyways. But also at Jordan Hare Stadium in Auburn, which is crazy.
Random.
But anyways, it's just like banging. It's bumping. There's a huge, like the biggest Korean community outside of South Korea is in LA. And also, obviously, we have hella Mexicans too.
Sure.
So the vibe is electric. People are freaking out. There's like all sorts of block parties. Like, don't try driving anywhere. Yesterday, I took the train to work and there was like a crazy amount of Mexico jerseys. So
sure. It
is crazy. And then next week, Mexico and Korea play.
Yeah. So
that's going to be crazy. And also it's hot. Like normally in LA, we get the June gloom. We do not have that this year. It's like started to heat up. It started to get warm.
Yeah.
Heat up by like today, the high is 85, which feels warm. Not that bad, but it feels warm. And yeah, I am behind on my reading goals. I'm not going to lie. I am.
Same.
We'll get to this, but
we'll get to it. Wait, let me get to it right now.
Yeah, we can get to it right now. Okay, so my two main goals for this year, one was reading related and one was outdoor time related. I made a goal of getting 1,000 hours outside and to read 100 books this year. I am behind on both goals. My thing is with the outdoor time, I'm not as married. It's the first year I'm doing it. I'm not as tied to getting it's the 1,000 hours.
Level set.
Right. But also setting the goal has gotten me outside more. So it is achieving the purpose, which is to get me outside more. The reading goal, I feel passionate about meeting that one because I know that I can meet it. I've met it the last 3 years. So like I need to do that. And so I'm 10 books behind right now. I think at my worst last year, I was like even more behind than that, maybe like 14.
I feel that you were. Yes. You got quite behind at some point.
My goal actually for the summer is to close the gap. I think by August 30. Wait, does August have 31 days? By August 31st.
Yes. August has 31 days.
I want to be on pace again.
Okay, that's a good goal. I believe in you. I think you can do it. Summer reading is fun. What about you? Okay, so I lowered my goal this year, and I'm glad I did because I'm still behind. So my goal is 75 books. I have read 31. I think I'm only like 2 or 3 books behind, so I'm not far off. I've been slumping aggressively in all ways, but like I said, I've been outside more, so I don't know, it's evening out, I guess, with like good for me stuff. And
you can't be that far behind because I've only read 35 books this year and I have a higher goal. It's
like 2 books, like it's really not far behind. So I can catch up to that in the weekend. Maybe this weekend I'll lock in. But I have been reading a lot more fan fiction for sure, and I've also been tracking it, and I wanted to share. I am shocked by this number, actually.
Well, this was one of your goals, was to read more fan fiction.
One of my goals. I was like, you know what? Let's disconnect from reality even more. So far this year, I have read 1,072,278 words of fan fiction.
Holy crap.
And that's not including, that is just like completed works, because I have a separate tab for works in progress, which I'm following currently, that have updated within this calendar year 14. And that would be a little bit more, a couple 100,000 more. So,
okay. So for reference,
cool.
For those like wondering, Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows has like 198,000.
Yeah.
Words.
I'd say 100,000 is probably an hour. That's how I think of it. 100,000, that counts as an extra book. So we're talking about 10 extra books, excitedly. So basically I'm not off track at all. And I've just been spreading my resources elsewhere.
Is Order of the Phoenix, which has 257,000 words.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you've read 4 of those.
Orders of the Phoenix on AO3. So, yeah, I'm really excited about that metric. And I've read a lot of good stuff, and I've been having so much fun and having the time of my life and happy about it. So, yeah, I can't really say that I'm having a bad time, but I feel like I've been in more reading slumps this year than I have in past years. Like, really going long stretches without reading at all, and that is concerning. Obviously. So I don't know what to do about that. I don't know, vibes, whatever. I got nothing.
Yeah,
but like, look, 31 books is more than most people read. Like, I just need to chill out.
Yeah.
Like, like half of America doesn't read a single book per year, you know, like 31 is already a lot. I'm doing great. I'm gonna meet my goal, and I've discovered a lot of new authors this year. Like this year we got Cat Sebastian, you know. So
what is on Storygraph? What is your average time to finish a book? It's like under, if you're in stats, it's like contents read
6 days. That sounds
okay. Right. Mine's 7 days. I think actually maybe in one of the ways, a roundabout way to meet your goal is to try and reduce that number instead of thinking about reading more books, to reduce the number of days it takes you to finish one on average.
Yeah. It's so interesting too, because like often it's such a weird average, because I will start a book and let it linger forever. I don't really use the pause feature unless I'm like fully pausing it and like not going to pick it up for months. So I'll read it. There's some books that, like, there's a book right now that is currently reading that I've had there for probably 2 weeks because I'm like so slowly working my way through it. And then other books I'll read in 1 week or one day. Like
Or yeah, or a lot of times I read
there's no
multiple
in
books at
between
the
for
same
me.
time.
Yes. So that's a good goal though, to try to get that number down, because that would help for sure. But yeah, I mean, I'm having fun. And that's the most important thing about reading. But it's definitely, I'm in a slump right now. I have not read much since our last episode. I finished one book that we can talk about later when we get to that section, but I don't know. I have several from the library that are hanging over me, and I'm going to try to get through some this weekend. That's the plan.
Okay.
So hopefully by next time I have a lot of reading updates of new recent reads to share with you guys, which is what I thought would happen for this episode, but it didn't quite get there.
Yeah, dude. I don't know. You're about to hit like a summer reading stride. I have a feeling.
I'm going to believe in that.
You don't believe in that?
No, I am going to believe in that.
Oh, okay.
I am believing that. Another weird thing too is like last year I spent a lot more time alone because Eric was traveling so much more.
Oh, so yeah, that's right.
I had
for
way
a good
more
reason.
free time. Yeah, it's all good. That's what I'm saying. I'm happy. I'm living a good life. I've just, the book flow has not been flowing as hard. But that's
totally.
Okay.
Hey, quality over quantity.
Quality over quantity. I've read a lot of great books. I've also read Christy Miller this year and Redeeming Love. That probably ruined me. Honestly, those probably single-handedly sent me into.
The crazy thing about that is like we chose that. We were just like, I'm gonna make myself do
Nobody's forcing us to do this.
No one forced me to do that.
We actually paid money to read those books.
Yeah, we bought the books.
We, at a loss, read those books.
Lord, Jesus.
So if you guys would just please give us 5-star reviews.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, I think we've recently talked about what our 5-star books for the year were, but do you have like a favorite book so far this year?
Ooh, okay. What do you have one first while I look at what I've read?
I don't know. Let me check.
I have 11 5-star reads.
From this year?
From this year. I'm very liberal with my 5 stars.
Yeah.
As you know, probably by now.
Wow, you really are.
I would say of these, there's probably like 3 contenders for actual favorite book of the year.
Okay, I want to say We Could Be So Good, but that's just like we've talked about to death. So like I'm not going to say that as my official one, but that probably is the real answer.
Right. Yes.
I actually think my favorite book is a book I like to talk about as a recent read. That is 5 stars. So then let's take that one out too. So my third favorite book I've read this year. I really, really, really liked Big Swiss, which I talked about in the last episode. That book was really weird,
but that's
and I loved it.
To say it's your favorite of the year, yeah, that tracks. Yeah. Okay, I will say probably again. I've talked about. There's nothing I could say that I haven't talked about at length already. But I can't believe I only read Minor Black Figures this year, and I've been talking about it so much. That probably has to be my favorite. But if we take that out, I also really liked The Everlasting by Alex Harrow, and I can't wait for you to read that one day.
Let me check my holds really quick. So, by the way, I got Minor Black Figures at the library.
Yes,
it was like hold. So I have it now. I haven't started it yet, but I have that. Do it in 18 days.
Exciting.
And then I'm 3 weeks until The Everlasting still.
Oh, that's gonna just hit so
slowly.
Good. Time is moving so slowly. But look, if you can read it, and then soon after that, I'll see you, and then we can talk about it in person.
That's so true.
Well, we probably shouldn't do that because people want to hear.
Yeah. Do they? Yeah.
Never mind. But we can still, we'll talk about it on here.
Yeah. All right. Do you want to talk about our recent reads and then get to book news?
Yeah.
Or do you want to do book news first? Reads. Okay.
No, let's talk about recent reads. We're already we're rolling.
Yeah. Natural segue here. So I've read 2 things recently. One is The Queer Principles of Kit Webb, which did I talk about that?
No.
Did I talk about that on the podcast already?
No.
Oh, okay, great. Yes, so I read that. I gave it 4 stars. The Queer Principles of Kit Webb is a historical romance by Cat Sebastian. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was like more heavy on the adventure, and I didn't find the characters quite as compelling as some of the other books she's written, but still, again, we're grading her against her. So
yeah.
But I really, really enjoyed it. So basically, Emily's talked about this book on the podcast before, so I'll keep it brief. But essentially this is about a reformed highwayman, kind of like folk hero criminal guy, and a duke, or maybe not so much a duke, trying to work through like a blackmailing situation slash dukedom situation. There's like, I think my favorite thing about the book was the class divide. I really like when class divide is explored in historical romance. And I thought that was really, really interesting. And the way that class divide and like exposure to people outside of your class really impacts someone's point of view. And I thought that was my favorite thing about the book. So I have the sequel and I am now reading it, which is The Perfect Crimes of Marion Hayes. So, and that one is so far super funny. Okay. I was like, I haven't really read Cat Sebastian writing women yet.
Funny. Yeah. Oh yeah. And women. Yeah.
And like women. And I was like, oh wow, this is really good. So I'm really enjoying it.
See, when I finished The Queer Princess of Kit Webb, I was like kind of indifferent about those characters. And so I was not planning on reading the sequel until you got it. And now I am planning on reading it eventually. But, and somebody told me like in my comments somewhere, I think, that it was really good. So I'm excited. Yeah. But I'm very curious and interested. We did our Pride Month episode last week. We talked about Danny Brown, Take a Hint, Danny Brown. But the same principle here. Both Rob and Marion, who feature prominently in the first book, are queer. But in the second book, they're like the main characters of an opposite gender romance. So I'm very excited to see how that plays out. And it's really, really funny so far. Okay. Speaking of Cat Sebastian, she has a new book coming out later next year, I think. That is a second chance contemporary romance, contemporary. Like, I'm so happy about that information. It's like childhood stars. Like, they were stars on a TV show together. Then they broke up.
Is it the same universe later? Do you think as Starshipped?
I think that tracks that it would be.
It's similar cover art.
Yeah, it looks very similar on the the cover art looks really similar.
We're gonna have to book club that.
Oh, for sure. For absolute certain. I cannot wait. It comes out March 2027. So stay tuned. Nice. We'll be doing that. Second chance romance is obviously my favorite thing that exists in the world. And by the way,
also next spring, we do not have any information about it, but we do have confirmed MHen next spring.
Yes.
A new Emily Henry.
We do.
So
we do. Also, good. I am going insane about Casey McQuiston and their untitled, unannounced lesbian night book that they keep teasing on Instagram. I'm going a little bit insane about it. So
yeah, so excited.
That will be next year
too.
So
good at breadcrumbing. And like giving teasers. So good. Because I remember there was it's
upsetting.
Back before the pairing came out, they did that with the pairing. It was very good.
Yes.
So
yeah. Okay. Can't wait for 2027, you guys.
Yeah, it's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. I read one other book recently.
Okay.
And this is one of my top books of the year for sure.
I'm excited to hear what you're saying about this based on your Instagram teasing.
So, what have you heard about Yesteryear by Carol Claire Burke?
I honestly just heard of it from you. I actually had put it on hold at the library because it was telling me that it was the most popular book. My library was like, most popular hold. So I just put it on hold. And then you had told me that it was about like a trad wife going back in time or something. So that was like the first I had really heard anything about it. And that's it.
So there was a lot of hype about this book, I feel like, before it came out. It came out, was like an instant like big bestseller, but there's a lot of mixed opinions about it. And like, I was like, I'm not going to buy this book. I'm getting it from the library. So during the period that it came from when it came out and I placed the hold till when I got it off of hold, I'm hearing all this stuff where people are like, I don't think it's satirical enough. Or I don't think that it's like, the character is so unlikable. And I'm like, also like, you guys read what you want to read, but don't tell on yourself that you have poor media literacy.
That's my least favorite criticism of a book. The characters are unlikable. Like, okay,
like that's
have you never?
Like, wait,
that's the
consider
point.
that. Consider that being the point, right? Yeah. Like, consider it's maybe not satirical enough because you're from the main character's point of view, and the main character is like an anti-hero.
It's
like,
not self-aware, just, right?
I don't know. I'm just not. To me, I'm like, come on. I mean, and I get it.
Yes.
if you don't like reading horrible characters from like their point of view, I mean, yeah, a lot of people don't like that. Then just don't read it. But also then don't complain about it because no one told you that this book was going to be something different.
Right.
You know, like,
yes.
Oh my God. So anyways, I just think I just write that off honestly to like poor media literacy and like poor critical thinking skills. And I think the children did get left behind. And I think that we're not paying attention in English class. You know what I'm saying? And like,
correct.
There are people who paid attention in English class and like English lit.
And they'll like this.
Yeah. And they'll like this. So whatever. Anyways, Yesteryear is about this woman named Natalie. And it's told in a bit of a time jump. I think she categorizes the times as like past, present, and future. But to be honest, as a reader, you don't really know what that means. And it may not mean what you think it means from the surface. So she's kind of telling the story of her life. She gets married to the son of a senator. And it's like the son of like a senator, but like also billionaire. The character is completely modeled after Ballerina Farm. It is like a shot for shot description of Ballerina Farm, except she's brunette and not a dancer. But anyway, but like same entire premise. Early in the book, like this is all like back flap type of stuff. Yeah. She wakes up and she's in her home, but in her home, it is like 1855.
Right.
And she's like, wait, what's going on? And her kids aren't her kids.
Okay.
And her husband's just like an older version of her husband. And she's living without electricity and all this stuff. And she doesn't know how she got there. Okay. And it basically the message of this book is patriarchy hurts everyone. It comes for everyone, even by those who play by its rules.
Yeah.
Even men, everyone. And I just couldn't stop. I couldn't stop reading it. It was just really, really good. And I'm just very interested in talking more about this book and really thinking about all the different messages of it. Here's my caveat. Apparently, the author, Carol Claire Burke, is not like the chillest person ever. And apparently she like made some comments like about nobody should like comment on Ariana Grande's body. Like no one like if Ariana Grande says she's not sick, whatever. And it's like, okay, yeah, but you know, there's a lot of nuance there, whatever.
Sure.
Okay. All of that being said, this is a good book. And I'm really looking forward to you reading it so that you can tell me what you thought about it.
Should we book club it when I do get it from the library?
Sure.
If you want to talk more about it. Hold on. I'm going to see. I have a long way to go on this, but let me see. I've had it on hold for quite a while. I'm excited to read this. This seems like something I would really like. I love literally nothing more than insufferable, problematic characters. Like, I love them. I love them so much.
And it's really interesting because you get her inner monologue. Like, there's also... there's like another character that she meets very early on in the book. And throughout her story, you kind of get these little glimpses into the life of the other person, the other woman.
Sure.
And it's like she's trying to convince herself that she's chosen the right things for her in life, even though it just feels like she like all of these sentiments are just like drenched in jealousy and envy. And it's just... they're complicated people. At no point did I find myself rooting for her. At times I did find myself feeling bad for her, to be honest. But it's complex. It's difficult. And I really enjoyed it.
Okay. I'm 180th in line. So it could be a little while still.
Hopefully they
see how many copies they have. Okay. I've lost it. I'm sure they have a lot of copies, but who knows? I think I started in like the 300. So, you know, it's going down. We'll get it.
You're getting closer. It's going to be there for you when you need it. So I can't wait.
I really can't wait. That sounds so great.
And I'm sure a lot of our listeners have read it. And look, if you didn't like it, that is okay. I just think that if your critique is that the character wasn't likable, then I think there's a little bit of a misunderstanding about what the book was before you read it. That's all I'm saying.
Sure. Yeah, that makes total sense.
Okay, over to you. What have you read recently?
I have only finished one book, as I said, but it was a 5-star read, and it was great.
Okay.
Expected 5-star read. It was My Friends by Friedrich Bachmann. Obviously, I'm a big fan of his writing style, and this is no exception. I think, okay, so before this, I probably would have pointed to Anxious People as the place to start, but I would also suggest this book as a place to start if you've never read any books by him before. This is a great, to me, example of how he writes and the kind of stuff he writes about. And if you don't like it, you're never going to like any of these books, but, you know, whatever. Anyway, it's kind of hard to explain his books as well because there's often like multiple stories going at once. But this book starts with Louisa, and she is 17. It's the eve of her 18th birthday. Okay. And she is living in foster care and is in a terrible foster home situation. Her best friend recently took their own life. And she is like, I'm just going to run away. And if I can just make it to like when I turn 18 without getting caught, then I'm free. I don't have to, you know, I'm no longer a ward of the state. During that night, when she's about to turn 18, she goes into a art exhibit and she looks at this painting that she has been like enamored with her entire life. And it's a painting of the sea. And she like just, yeah, looks at it. And then she goes outside or whatever. And she's like running from the security guards because she ended up doing some graffiti on the wall. And she runs into a man who she has an encounter with. She thinks he's homeless or whatever. And they have this like conversation, and he encourages her to like paint on the wall of this church where they are standing in like this alleyway. And she paints something. He signs the painting. He helps her paint it and signs it with the signature that is immediately identifiable to her as the paint artist of the painting that she had just gone to see in this art exhibit. And so then through a series of events that I don't want to spoil, she ends up with the artist's longtime friend, going on this journey. And so Louisa is telling the friend Ted the story of her life, while Ted is telling her the story of the artist and their friends, Jor and Allie, and how the four of them grew up. And the story kind of takes place in this one summer of their childhood before they turned 15, when like a lot of things happened in their life. And so you're getting the story of the past intertwined with the story of the future of this like journey that Ted and Louisa are going on together. And it was obviously very, like, his books are always emotional. They always make me cry. They're always like very moving. And this was no exception. I love how he writes. Like, he kind of tells you up front what's going to happen, but then like surprises you with how it happens, or it's not exactly what you expect. And this was the case here. And yeah, I thought this was really nice, just about like grief and friendship, and the way like the friends that you meet when you're young have this like lifelong impact on you and who you are as a person, and the way that you can like, not to say that friends you meet when you're an adult don't matter, but like there is something about the people you meet when you're a kid who stick with you, and how you love those people and how they love you in return. And it was just really great. So I loved it. It was great. I loved every second of it.
I love when you have an author that you love. They release a book and you're like, I know I'm going to love this. And
I know I'm going to love it. Yeah. Yeah. This was great. So exactly what I was looking for. And I would recommend it to anybody. If you like, it's like I always say, his writing is so specific, and it's definitely not something everybody would like. But I think if you do like his writing, that you will love this installment. Okay. It was really good.
Fab.
And then I have started and hope to finish tonight. Everyone in This Bank is a Thief, which is the next Ernest Cunningham, I think, mystery. And I'm already having a great time. Those books are so fun if you've ever read any of them. They're just silly, goofy, mystery fun. And this one's, I'm like, how do you keep doing this? Because the whole premise is like that this guy sort of...
everyone in my family has killed someone?
Yes,
guy?
yes.
Okay.
Yeah, so the premise of the first one is like he accidentally stumbles into a murder. There's another one on a train where it's kind of the same thing. So I'm like, how does this keep... You know, I mean, a lot of serial mysteries are like this, where like the person, you know, like the story keeps going and increasingly implausibly. But this one is really unique how it's approached, and it's heisty and what.
Go ahead. Sorry, finish your thought.
No, that's it. It's just, it's fun.
So wait, have you ever read The Housemaid?
Yes.
Did you ever? Okay, you read The Housemaid. Like, I have not read it.
Okay.
I did watch the movie. So me and Zach were like, having like a goofy
Sure.
movie night, whatever.
Yeah.
And he was like, he saw it in the theater when it came out
Oh,
with his
yeah.
AMC subs thing. He'll just
Yeah.
go see anything. And he was like,
Sure.
I want to watch this movie. It's gonna be so fun and funny.
Okay.
And so we watched it. And then, so spoiler. But at the end, I was like, wait, she's going to go do this again at someone else's house?
Yeah.
It's like, that's the premise of all the books?
Crazy.
Is it
correct?
Serial murdering people's husbands?
Yeah.
What?
Look.
So I was like, low-key, I will watch these movies. I don't know if I will read the book, but it's like, is it a goofy 90-minute investment? Sure.
Yeah.
And look, I'm sure a lot of our readers love them. So I don't want to. I mean, a lot of our
garbage, but I have read several. Her books are so good. I should honestly return to her because they're so good for a reading slump because they are just the dumbest, easiest things to read. Like,
you're like,
fly through them.
It's not. Is it a great book? No, but is it a great book? Sure.
Yeah, sure.
Like, is it fun?
No, it's not even really that fun. It's more just like it's almost like reading fan fiction, but worse writing than the fan fiction I read because it's essentially every book I've read by her. I have had a moment where I've thought, wait, I've read this book before, and it's because she's just like blatantly taking from other like tropey like pop, but like writing it dumber and faster.
Like I knew from the very beginning everything that was going to happen.
Yes, exactly.
Except for the end when she's like gonna go do this for someone else. I was like, wait, that's the premise. What?
Yeah, there's like multiple housemaid books. They're just they're so dumb. Don't ask me any questions about those books.
It was crazy, and also Sydney Sweeney. You know, I'm just like,
enough of her. But one day we should do an episode on her books because they are hilarious. So maybe
I'm like, this
maybe
would be like a romp. Like it's just like it's ridiculous.
They're insanely popular again. Like it's okay, I guess. It's cool that you like that. But it's like a shortcut in your brain because you're reading it and you're like, oh, I know, like you said, I have read this before. I know what's gonna happen. I'm not gonna be really that surprised by any of the twists.
It's like watching The Office for the 40th time.
Yes, reading her books is like watching. You know what the jokes are gonna be. You know what's gonna happen. But like, it feels nice. Yeah. Sometimes it feels nice. So yeah.
Anyways, anyway. I was shook.
I'm glad I haven't seen the movie, so maybe I'll watch it one day.
Oh my god, it's so funny. And crazy.
Yeah. I can imagine.
Okay. So, speaking of book to movie adaptations, we found out we got our first still from the Beach Read movie adaptation. I thought there's no way it could be as we've all hyped this up to be horrible, and I'm sure a lot of us will be pleasantly surprised.
Mm-hmm.
It was bad. This one image. First of all, why is the lighting like that?
Dude.
Why is it lit like that? First.
I don't know.
Second, why is his hair like that?
So bad. It is so bad.
Why is her hair like that?
She looks bad too. I'm even really less sold on her. I was never like January to me, whatever. I think she would be fine as January. But this still made me question that. Like, I'm like, I don't actually know that she will be fine as January. Like, all of a sudden, I'm having a lot of questions.
So, like, you know, that like Emily Henry still is not talking about it. Like, she still has something to say.
It's tough. It's really tough. Yeah. So if you haven't seen this, Yulin Kwong posted it on Instagram, and that's also part of my problem. Is like she's wanting it to be good so bad. Like it's pretty clear that she posted this as a way to be like, see guys, he looks great. And it's like the fact that you thought that this image would, because it's not like it was released. It wasn't like a shot from set that was like put out in a press statement. This is just her posting a picture on her Instagram being like, look, he looks great. Comments limited. And it's like that you thought this picture was what would prove to me that you understood the problem. I actually don't think you understand the problem.
I have more Instagram followers than her.
That's deserved. It's so bad. I messaged you this in the DMs, but To me this looks like genuinely you could tell me that this was a still from a Nicholas Sparks adaptation where
No,
like her husband is actually an abuser and she's gonna run away and some like really hot Zac Efron guy is gonna save her from her abusive situation. If you told me that was the plot,
I think it looks like a horror movie. I think
it's horror adjacent. He does not look good.
So she said, a crumb of BTS from Beach Read camera test for you. Dear reader, can't wait to show you what we've been cooking up.
Please don't.
Girl, put the phone down. Put the
Cook
phone
up something else.
down.
I don't know. You need a different recipe because this is crazy. It's just so
no
sad.
one wants
and
recipe to your mom's beef cobbler, bitch.
I bought Beach Read to reread it because that was one of my plans for the summer was to do some Emily Henry rereading, and I can't bring myself to start it because I'm just like, I think this is gonna really upset me if I remember how lovely Gus is. I just don't. Yeah, and yeah, I don't know. It's really tough for me. I'm having a hard time with this still.
It's gonna be horrible.
It's
as bad as you think it is, it's worse.
It is worse, and it's
also,
so upsetting.
For emojis here, it's giving ChatGPT. Look at the emoji choices and placement of this. She has, dear reader, chick. I can't wait to show you what we've been cooking up, and then like a timer and chef. Filming has eventually commenced. To me, the green check
that actually does
check,
sound like ChatGPT. Yeah,
it gives ChatGPT. See you only in the theaters on May 7th, 2027, and then sunglasses emoji, popcorn emoji. Wait, is it in 3D or something? Or is that a heart?
No, that just seems like a ChatGPT got confused about theaters. I'm on board with you. I think she said, please write a casual lowercase Instagram caption to make people stop hating me. I think that's what she did. And look, I'm no stranger to like book adaptations being hated. I remember the old ancient texts of when they cast Robert Pattinson as Edward Cullen, and every single message board I was a part of was having a meltdown about how he wasn't hot enough, including me. I was posting that he wasn't hot enough. And you know what? I think he made a great Edward. And that was the feeling I had prior to this still being released. I thought, maybe I'm wrong. Like, I am willing to accept that I could be wrong. I am no longer willing to accept that. I think it has been proven that Yuling Huang does not understand the readers or the books.
That was her best picture. She had a lot of photos.
She had like 40 options, yes. And this was her best.
That's the one she chose.
Best in vinyl. Correct. Which is also upsetting. So anyway, I don't know what to say about this, except that I'm not excited. I'm not looking forward to it. I'm really devastated. I think we should just it's just upsetting because you know what makes me mad? Like, you have I know people like bros are mad about the Odyssey or whatever, and like Dune probably too, but like those male movies get such like a high budget. They get like so many stars. They get like effort put into them. And what do we get? Us women, we're left with fucking Patrick Schwarzenegger. Like, that's what we're left with? Are you kidding me?
You know what? Yeah, demand more. Demand more.
We need better. That's what I'm saying. We deserve better. This book is like, Emily Henry is a massive success. She's an instant bestseller anytime she puts something out. We should have better than this, you know? And it's upsetting that we're not getting it for this. But I'm gonna have hope that Happy Place, script written by Emily Henry, will be better. I'm gonna believe that. And yeah, I can imagine it's so hard though if you're an author, because she has no control in the situation, and she's the one who's having to like face the press and answer questions about it. And that would make me, I would be like, I'm not going to be nice. I'm not, like, I can't handle that. I'm going to be mean. I'm going to go on their podcast. Yeah.
As you're talking about Emily Henry, I've been thinking about some of her press appearances. She's been on, like, you know, Good Morning America, Today Show, stuff like that. And you know what I was just thinking? I bet Emily Henry ate down in the twee era. Yeah. I bet she was so twee. And if she had come to her fame, I guess she probably wasn't even old enough, really. But if she had come to her fame in the twee era,
in like 2012,
she couldn't have been stopped. I mean, you know that she had like some little Oxfords, some little loafers, like a vintage button dress.
Yes.
She had straight bangs. Like, I'm going to Google Emily Henry twee era. Emily Henry 2012.
Emily, if you want to come on the podcast, this is a safe space. We would love to have you. We know you're listening. We know you're a big fan. If you want to come on, we will chat with you. Not enough people listen to us, so like your secret's safe. We'll just chat with you about what you really think about the casting, and
We'll call you Shemendry.
Yeah.
Okay, she scrubbed the internet of photos. I don't know this.
She has nothing personal on the internet, and I admire that for her, because if I ever become that level of famous, the amount of things people will find out there of me is crazy, So I'm assuming Emily Henry also isn't her real name.
I don't know.
Is it? So that could be different.
Okay,
anyway,
the last piece, though,
it's deeply upsetting.
I sent you some stills from another book to screen adaptation, which is Love Hypothesis.
Yes.
And I sent you on Instagram and I said, notice how this doesn't fill you with rage. Because even though the casting, I think in my mind's eye, Dr. Adam Carlson looks different than the man who was cast as him.
Yeah.
It doesn't fill me with rage. So I'm going to pull that back up. And I'm excited because speaking of on-screen chemistry, the actors are married. So
yes,
they should have good chemistry.
Are they married?
Yeah.
To each other?
I think so.
I mean, obviously.
Wait, am I wrong about that?
I did not think they were.
I thought they were. Hold on.
I mean, you could totally be right.
No, just kidding. Wait, no, she doesn't have a husband. Okay, shut up. I'm stupid. All right, no, they're not married. But
wow.
She's married to somebody.
They do seem to have great chemistry.
She, I think, is actually like a perfect casting.
Yes.
Like visually, she looks just like him. Or like her. He, I think, looks a little too pretty, but like whatever, I'll get over it. Like it's not
like, oh no,
I'm not that picky.
He's hotter than I expected. What a bummer.
Right.
We have the opposite problem.
Right?
Yeah. No, he's a little polished. Like, I would like a little bit more scruffiness, like a little less perfect beard
effort
line,
put into him,
or yeah, he looks like a person who takes a lot of care in his appearance, which I don't necessarily think is true to the character, but everything else is fine. He's fine.
Whatever, I'll get over it.
Yeah,
but this still looks great. And then there's a release date, right?
September 23rd.
Oh my god, so soon!
You guys,
I'm excited.
There's reasons to live.
When is the Red, White, and Royal Wedding coming out?
December 1st. The movie, I think next year, right?
Okay.
But the
we'll be book clubbing that.
We will be book clubbing that. I'm going to be going in with highlighters. I need to
reread
the first one.
Related to the Red, White, and Royal Wedding.
It's a separate universe. I don't think I own that one. I don't think I have that book. So I need to buy that. I need to pre-order the new one, and then we can book club and read the new one, and then be happy, and then watch the movie. And remember that not all adaptations are bad. Because even like Red, White, and Royal Blue, for example, is that like a good adaptation of the book? No. But is it a really fun movie? Like, yes. And like, the people are excited to be there, and I'm excited that they're there. And like the
characters the actors didn't feel totally miscast.
Yes. So that is an example of me learning to be okay with things. Unlike whatever.
Yeah, I know.
I can't talk about Adrian.
I don't think you ever watched One Tree Hill, did you?
No.
Okay.
Sorry.
Well, on the next episode, I'm halfway through. Okay. I'm reading this book right now called Dinner for Vampires. It's a memoir from one of the actresses on One Tree Hill, Bethany Joy Lenz.
Oh.
She was in a cult, actively in a religious cult, the entire time she was on One Tree Hill. Okay. And it was like the thing is, it's like kind of triggering / like it's like a Christian, like a small Christian high control group.
Sure.
I think you're going to relate to it too much. It's highly relatable, but it's really good, and I am okay. She narrates it as well, and she's an actress, so that shines through.
That's a good job.
But I'm looking forward to talking about it in the next episode.
Interesting. I can't wait to hear that. Yeah, exciting. I hope to have more books to talk about in our next episode.
Me too. I need to catch up. I'm 10 books behind, so
Yeah,
Have to.
we're gonna lock in. We need to do like a chat, like a, I don't know, a challenge, a readathon, summer reading challenge for me.
Yeah, if you guys have any ideas, let us know. Well, last
We're
year
also
you had
accepting ideas for
PBR.
Yeah, have I gone through that? No, still no.
No, you have not. You could pick that
Not
back
at all.
up.
I'm not doing that. That's a surefire way to make me not be able to read
Stop.
anymore.
Frida McFadden challenge.
Read her entire back. How many books does she have out? Probably like 65. You know, like there's no way. I mean, good for her. Good for her. Yeah. I respect that. Respect the hustle.
All right, I think that's it. Well done
today. Yeah.
We'll have more to share soon.
We will be back soon.
Bye.
Bye.